Question please.
Get yung reaction nyo dun sa yung Sandigan Bayan order?
Well, I got the report yesterday. Immediately, I communicated with the Executive Secretary, the Solicitor General, and the Secretary of Justice. And precisely, I tasked them to find out what else could be done. Yung first thing that they reminded me was, this was a done deal May of 2010, parang before we assumed office. So yung intervention ng OSG was theory that we want to propound. We can still go to, I understand, the Supreme Court. Na para yung process you have to exhaust the remedy, which is to file a motion for reconsideration. I think that will be the route. Then afterwards, kung sakasakaling hindi sa ngayunan ng Sandigan Bayan, yung ating motion for reconsideration, then we go to the Supreme Court.
Were you surprised sir dun sa order?
Iniisip ko parang, totoo lang, diba, parang kahapon, personally, paano kaya naka-arrive ng decision ng ganito sa Sandigan Bayan? Ano bang nasa vacuum sila? Parang hindi ba na napakinggan lahat ng lack and earth na testimony, for instance, sa Senate? Hindi ba yung special prosecutor na mismo nagsabi, alam lang namin ito, ebidensya ito. No? Hindi na namin isinulong yung plea bargain, allegedly. So, paano ka naman hindi magugulat kung sa nangyari ng decision?
Sir, is there a chance that the new ombudsman can undo if ever that
I don't know if that is the case. No? Kasi nagka-desisyon na doon sa korte. Paglampas doon sa prosecutor, korte na nag-decide, tapos na yung proseso as far as that court is concerned. We only have the motion for reconsideration.
Next question please.
Morning, President. Sir, it's exactly May 10, a year after the election. Sir, how has life personally changed for you, sir? There are reports your net worth has increased by 4 million, sir.
Yung net worth has only increased by the mere fact that my mother died, no? My dad died, and they gave me an inheritance. So that's the only reason that is increased. So I think yung increase of 4 million was for a property owned by my mother and several of her siblings na doon sa parang nabenta recently. So nung dispose yung portion niya, yun ang portion ko naman based on the inheritance.
Sir, how has life personally changed after the May 10 election, sir? A year after.
Can I answer it simply na parang wala nang pareho bago nung May 10? I think I've answered that before. I'm just going to, for instance, a fast food outlet is already such a difficult thing to do. Going to my home district, which I used to be able to do at a minimum every other week, has been translated to once every quarter. So, how about you going out na lang, period? No? Parang ngayon ko na na-experience yung, I go out on a date, parang yung buong lugar, kasama namin sa date. Siguro yan. So, sure, parang wala nang natirang lupa.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. President. Sir, what would be on the agenda when you meet the senators this lunch?
Siyempre, priority bills. So, amongst them, yung armed measure. As you know, if the law is not amended, by August, we will have to hold the elections in armed. And our position is, our dream, our goal is, how do we synchronize the elections in armed by 2015? Bakit natin kailangan i-synchronize? Simple lang po. Para natin hino-hold yung elections sa ARM 1 year after. Na either the midterm or the general elections. Pwede maging tinatawag ang allegations para natin may command vote. Hindi klaro yung mandato ng tao. Dito, pag yung sabay-sabay eleksyon, kanya-kanya kampanya, wala na nagko-command ng sino man. So mas malaya yung botohan, mas representative yung mananalo sa kagustuhan ng taong bayan, mas may mangyayari po sa atin.
May time pa ba, sir, na may habol po ito? Confident po ba kayo?
Well, we are exerting all the efforts. The House has already passed the measure. It's the Senate that we will have to ask to expedite the measure. We did certify this as what, I think, the first of 5 priority measures.
Okay, sige ba, thank you Mr. President.
Thank you.
Thank you.